Hello, good morning. My name is Steven. What is your name?
My name is Stevani.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so today I will be your teacher to teaching you an English lesson.
Okay.
But before we start studying, I will give you some videos and I want you to watch the video and tell me what the situation about.
Okay.
Okay? So this is the video. Watch it.
I'm just saying, telling the truth is not in the cards right now. I thought you'd be excited to have an acting job.
If it's an acting job, we should get paid.
Yeah, you're gonna get paid in experience.
I want to actually get paid.
Alright, what do you want?
$600 for the day, plus overtime if we go over 8 hours. I'll do my own hair and makeup, and I want you to pay for the 6-week intensive acting camp that my mom can't afford.
$50 for the day, and a 2-week acting class at the YMCA nearest you.
$500 and a 4-week acting class.
$300 and a 3-week class.
Done.
I would have done it for $500.
I would have done it for the experience.
Okay, so after you're watching the videos, what is the situation about?
For the situation, I think the girl he trying to negotiate to that. I think it's a fake father, yeah. He want to pay 500 for that act, but the fake father negotiate again until they are dealing on $300, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, $300 for that acting job and for overtime, maybe. Yeah, is it correct?
Yeah, good. This is a good question. So yeah, this video is about the girls the dad to want to
Pretend, yeah.
yeah,
Pretend for
yeah.
to be his
So
girl.
his daughter.
Oh, his daughter.
Yeah. Can you tell me what kind of one of the negotiation she offered to the dad?
I think yeah, just like what I told before. She start to $500.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then finally, the the man just want to pay the girl $300.
Okay. Good. Now, this is a hint for our today's lesson. So now today we're gonna studying about negotiation skills. So after you watch the videos, tell me what do you think about negotiation?
The negotiation, I think it's not really complicated, yeah, because they get deal for a moment, maybe, yeah, not for a long time dealing, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on to the study. So what is negotiation? Negotiation is a type of discussion used to settle disputes and reach agreements between two or more parties. Generally, a negotiation results in a compromise where each party makes the concession for the benefit of everyone involved. So, because we are learning about negotiation skills, I will tell you what are negotiation skills. Negotiation skills are qualities that allow two or more parties to reach a compromise. These are often soft skills and include abilities such as communication, persuasion, planning, strategizing, and cooperating. Understanding these skills is the first step to becoming a stronger negotiator. So there are types of negotiation. I think there are 5 or 4. So we learn the first one. Here are forms of negotiation. First is distributive negotiations, also called distributive bargaining. This form of negotiation occurs when there is a limited amount of resources and each party assumes if they lose something, the other party will gain something. For example, a client may feel if a provider doesn't lower the price for a service, so they will be paying too much, and the service provider may feel it decrease their price, they will be losing money. The second one is integrative negotiations, or we can call as a win-win negotiations. This is an integrative negotiation occurs when everyone benefits from the agreement. So in order to come to an integrative agreement, each party receives some value. Yeah. And then we have management negotiations. This is negotiation with management can be stressful, because in some cases employees may feel uncomfortable sharing their wants and needs with someone in a more senior position. But however, you will often encounter this sort of negotiation during the job seeking and hiring process. Like you want to negotiation about salary, yeah, something like that. And then we have co-worker negotiations. Depending on your job, you might have to negotiate with your co-workers. Like many positions require close teamwork, and without strong negotiation skills, you may face imbalances in work distribution. And the last is vendor negotiations. Some employees manage external vendors, and their performance rating may be affected by how they negotiate. Also, the ability to reach an agreement with service providers can affect your professional relationships and general business success. So before we move on to the next lesson, I will give you a little game. So I will give you a piece of paper. There are 10 piece of paper. So 5 paper contains a statement. Yeah, and rest another 5 paper contains a response and the answer. So you have to pair the statement with the best response.
Okay, I will write it before here.
I will give you 5 minutes maybe. So, so what is the first statement? Maybe you can read it for me.
I can let this car go for $15,000.
Okay. So what is the best response?
I think the answer 13,000 will be more like it.
Yes, that's the correct one. How about the second statement? Is it hard?
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. I think this one, the response. I'm sorry, but the parts is fine. No.
No, this is not the correct one.
So, what parts were you thinking that they could do for you? Oh, maybe.
So pay attention with the question. Thinking would be a good deal for you. So I think it's about the price. So the best response is maybe about the price. The amount of the price.
Yeah, I think that's the correct answer. Yeah, this is fine.
Yes, you think this is the question? Yes, this is the correct answer.
Okay.
Okay, so move on to the next.
Next question. Okay, we could offer a 5% discount on the larger order. So I think the response is, if you could offer an 8% discount, then we could agree to place the larger order.
Yes, brilliant. That's the correct answer.
Okay, then I will be more comfortable if we could settle on $60,000. I feel my qualification and experience reflect this salary, so I will.
It's about negotiating the salary.
Yeah. Maybe I will respond, if you are able to move the pay to $60,000, I'd be eager to accept.
Good. So the last statement. The
I'll
answer
buy
is-
it. I'll buy it for, I think this one. Yeah.
Yes. Good. So yeah, you just learned about the response of the negotiation. So yeah, we move on to the lesson. So negotiating a response. Language to use to show understanding or agreement on a point. There are a lot of examples if you want to respond to negotiating. Beside this one, this is just an example. We can say, I agree with you in that point, and then that's a fair suggestion. So what you're saying is that you blah blah blah. In other words, you feel that blah blah blah. You have a strong point there. Then I think we can both agree that. And last one is, I don't see any problem with or harm in that. Now, if you want to having a suggestion with other people, you not always agree with this negotiation, right? So we have an example of the sentence if you want to change the negotiation, something like, in a polite way, like, I understand where you're coming from, however, now tell the explanation about why you don't agree with the negotiation here. And then I'm prepared to compromise, but, and then the way I look at it, blah blah blah, and then the way I see things, the next answer is, if you look at it from my point of view, blah blah blah, and I'm afraid I have something different in mind. And there is another example. Can you read it? No. How to improve negotiation skills? Not all forms of negotiation are effective, and measuring success can be challenging. To evaluate your effectiveness, it is wise to identify how well your intended outcome aligns with the final agreement. If you're not achieving the outcomes you want, developing the following negotiation skills is worthwhile. So now I will tell you how to improve. First is identify the final goal, and then practice building rapport. Be willing to compromise. Consider imposing time restrictions. Take the multiple offer approach. Exercise confidence. Don't take no personally. Understand your weaknesses, and then of course practice. Now we will practice, but before I will give you a paper. The paper contains conversations. Now I want you to read the conversation first, and then after that I will give you a couple of questions based on the text of the conversation. Okay, read it first.
I I should read it louder.
Yeah, maybe.
It's between me and you or just me?
Just you.
Just me. Okay. I am really interested in buying this television. That's great. How much are you selling it for? This TV is 2,500. You can't be serious. That's how much this TV costs. That's too expensive for me. This television is of very high quality. You can go down on the price. By how much? I'll buy it for $2,000. I'm sorry, but the price is final.
Okay, so I will ask some question for you. First, what is the situation about?
The situation about is about negotiation for the television. Someone want to buy the television.
And then, what the customers did to get the TV?
The customer trying to negotiation by ask the seller to go down the price.
Okay, bargain the price.
Yeah, bargain price.
Okay, so what the sentence the customer said to the seller to lower?
To lower the customer by saying that's too expensive for me. So the customer says again, you can go down on the price.
Yes, that's one of the question of negotiation, right?
Yeah.
So based on the conversation, is the customer finally buy the product?
I think the customers can buy the product because the seller don't want to go down the price.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So what the sentence explain the prices can down? Oh.
Yeah, because the seller said, I'm sorry, but the price is final. It show that the seller not give the bargain price.
Okay, good. And this is the last question. Have you get the same experience like the story? In what case?
I think I have get on this situation when dealing some price with for buying something, yeah, with the seller.
What kind of something that you?
Maybe when I buy clothes, yeah, clothes, dress, because I need the good price, so I can buy some of dress I want. Yeah, so I have to find the lower price, so I can get more than one piece of dress that I want. Yeah.
So that you use the sentence like in this conversation?
Yeah. It's around this sentence. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so let's move. I have games to avoid our board situation, right? So we will play a little games. The game is called Try to Catch Me. So yeah. So this game is about a negotiation skills that we did studying today. The rules of the game is so simple. So you should answer the right question as many as you can by clicking the right answer. So use a keyboard to navigate the car. So there is a car in this game, so you should navigate the car by using the keyboard. You should collect all the dots and answer all the questions to it. So you, if student get caught by the police, the game is over, so you should run from the police car.
Okay.
The correct answer score will be appear at the end of the game. So let's start here. Okay, navigate the car. Can you read the question for me?
What can you say to show tentative interest in an initial proposal? A. That's fantastic idea and we should definitely explore it. B. That's an interesting idea and I think it's worth exploring. C. Okay, that's one idea I didn't think of before. D. That's a very interesting idea. Please tell me more.
Okay, so what do you think is the correct answer?
Um, so,
No, it's the incorrect answer. So you must show interest but not too much is the correct one. So it's okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, can you read the question again?
what approach is a good idea at the start of a negotiation? A. Detail your company's history. B. Seek to close the deal. C. Include your college. D. Lay out a clear opening position. I think the right answer is D.
Yes, very good. Now let's continue another question.
If you hit an obstacle early on in a negotiation, what can you say to propose an alternative approach? Select all the appropriate examples.
Yeah, so the answer is not only one but maybe two or more. So you can choose more than one answer. That's not correct. So yeah, it's okay. Let's continue. We will see the score at the end of the game.
Read again. In response to your opening position, the opposing negotiators will likely
Good. That's the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. Okay, now you already done answer all the questions, 20 questions. Now we will see the result of the correct answer. Yeah, your correct answer is 75%. That's really good results. Okay. So yeah, let's move on to the next activity. This is the last activity, so I want you to create your own conversation about negotiation. And here I have a 4 roll paper, so you should choose one. And each roll paper has some situations you have to make a conversation about, like buying a new house, buying vegetables, buying a new car, and about salary negotiation. So pick one from this. Now open the roll paper and tell me what you got.
Okay, I got the situation about buy a new TV.
Okay, buying a TV, good. So you have to make a conversation about when you buy a new TV. But if the price is too high for you, so you have to negotiation with the seller. Okay. I will give you just 3 minutes. Is it enough for you?
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, let's try.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, done. And now, let me see first. Okay, good. Now we will play a role as a buyer and as a seller based on the conversation you written before. I will be a seller and you will be a buyer.
Okay, I am a buyer.
Yeah. So just read.
I would love to buy this TV.
Fantastic.
What's the price for it?
The television is on sale for $2,500.
Seriously?
That's the price.
That's way too much money.
That is actually so inexpensive for this television.
Could you lower the price some?
How much are you talking?
$2,000 is as high as I'll go.
I'm very sorry, but $2,500 is the final price. Okay, good. That's a good conversation. Okay, but and then this is the end of our lesson today. So now we just studying about negotiation skills, right? And I hope you will get some new vocabulary about negotiation skills today. And yes, thank you and see you next week.
Okay, thank you.